1-0, and CM Punk is down 0-1. So this was the matchup. Very good match between these guys. This match was so well thought out and so well put. These two would not stop at anything to make sure that the great story was told. We saw early on that CM Punk was getting an advantage on Drew. Drew was actually getting more advantage. He was getting more offense on CM Punk. CM Punk did what he could to get advantage as well, but it was more Drew. And I like how Drew early on was trying to touch all four corners, and CM Punk got him right before Drew hit the fourth corner. Another part I like too is when Drew grabbed CM Punk up, and he grabbed him and he hit four corners. When Drew hit each corner, CM Punk behind Drew's back, since he was being carried by Drew, he would tap the corner as well. And it all got to the third one. They both was vying, trying to reach that rope for the last one, and they both stopped each other. Another good part was when Drew went for the Claymore. CM Punk blocked it with a kick of his own, and both men were down. But then CM Punk, he just went in on Drew. He hit GTS after GTS after GTS after GTS. A total of 4 GTSs on Drew McIntyre, and he hit all 4 of those and got his bracelet back before he went and hit all 4 corners and to win the matchup. This is actually, in my opinion, match of the night. I love this match. I love the story. Everything was well sequenced, very, very well. They did not miss anything. No bumps in the road on this story, and I like how this is well put out. Definitely good by WWE, good by CM Punk and Drew McIntyre to put this great story together. This rivalry has been going on since the Royal Rumble, since Punk was injured. And Drew said, I prayed for this, for your injury, and it finally happened. It's been nonstop between these two all then. They even played a good video of the whole history between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre from beginning when Drew kept getting screwed by Punk, and then Drew saying CM Punk won the battle, he won the war. Talking about the SummerSlam match with special guest referee Seth Rollins. Very good match though. Yeah, this was an amazing matchup. Like I said, I think a lot of these matches were great tonight, but nothing topped this match. Nothing topped this match. You can't tell me nothing. In the words of Kanye West, this is a very good matchup. And also, since this was a great matchup, and since Punk did win and also get his bracelet back from Drew McIntyre, Punk, he was interviewed backstage by Kathy Kelly, and she said, "Now that you defeated Drew, that feud is over, and now Punk's saying he wants to go for the World Heavyweight Championship. That is his new goal. That is what we want." And we knew that Punk at some point was going to come here at some point and challenge for this title. We knew that's where it was going to, and it's crazy though. We knew that's where it was going to head to. We knew that would be the story. Because remember, CM Punk reportedly was slated to challenge Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 40 for his World Heavyweight Championship, but due to Punk's injury, it did not go down, and they had to go with other plans. So we definitely can't wait to see what the next matchup is going to be. This is going to be very, very, very interesting. Very interesting. But this was a great match, though. Yeah, CeeLo, it was the best match. Eleazar Cruz, salute to you. Thanks for coming out. But yeah, I just want to notate that this was a great match between these two, CM Punk and Drew. Like I said, we just knew that this would not go on forever between Drew and Punk. We knew at some given point in time that this feud had to end, and now Punk had set his sights on the World Heavyweight Championship. and expect him to come out on Monday Night Raw after Bash in Berlin to confront Gunther and stated that he will is going to be the next challenger for Gunther's world title. We're going to talk about that. That's something going to be talked about upcoming Monday Night Raw. And speaking of which, we got the main event. Now you know we got the main event here. We got Gunther, the world champion, and of course, Punk is the winner. Let's not forget, Punk is the winner of the match. Can't forget about that. So we got Punk as the winner, and since we do have him as the winner, let's move on to Gunther. Gunther, we know is going to face off against Randy Orton, and this is for the World Championship, World Heavyweight Championship match. And we know these two was going at it. We know Randy wanted to capture his 15th world title. This is the anniversary, 20 years when Randy Orton won his first ever World Heavyweight Championship. We know who he won it from, Chris Benoit. WWE can't say it, but I'm going to say it. He won it from Chris Benoit at SummerSlam 2004, and he was only 24 years old. Now Randy's 44 years old, and Gunther, he's in his hometown. Very good match by these two. These two did not do anything to. They did everything they could to put on a great show for these fans in the main event, and that's exactly what they did. Salute to Gunther and Randy Orton. Gunther, he definitely shut it down. He did everything he could to make sure Randy Orton couldn't get any further. And also, Randy Orton had a lot of offense early on. Randy Orton hit the suplex after suplex, the side suplex he always do. He did those through the announce table. He finally got off the steel steps onto the announce table. There was one point where Gunther tried to get Randy for a power bomb. Randy Orton reversed it to an RKO. He got a near fall on that one. But you know, Gunther, he is the in-ring general for a reason, and he was not going to lay down for anybody. He knew he had a lot to prove, especially to someone like Randy Orton of that stature, a future Hall of Famer. Like they said, even Michael Cole said it, he went from legend, he went from being tearing down legends to becoming a legend himself. So, but I liked how these two went at it, and then Kaiser, I liked how he came in, and I liked how he came in. I know it was the crowd. He was over, especially on SmackDown the previous night before, being the open challenge for LA Knight, but he was the special announcer for Gunther. And Gunther, you could tell he felt relieved. And he got interviewed afterwards. He hugged Kaiser. But at the end of the day, as I predicted, as much as I love Randy Orton, as much as he is the Viper, especially how legendary he is, then Ray General retained his World Heavyweight Championship. Yes, Gunther defeated Randy Orton. He actually, Randy Orton passed out when he put him in the sleeper. He had Randy Orton in the sleeper twice. First time Randy got out, but once Gunther got Randy Orton in the sleeper the second time around, I knew that was it for Randy. I knew that was it. I knew that was not, there was no way that Randy Orton was going to get out of that sleeper and get to Gunther. There was no way. Gunther, once he locks it in, you can't get out of it. He locks that in, so there's no way. You know, Gunther, he's a dominant dude. He's the in-ring general. I mean, he's the world heavyweight champion. But very good match by Randy and Gunther, especially to main event the first ever Bash in Berlin and Gunther, in his country. They mentioned how Gunther's a legend there. He did so much, started his in-ring career there as a wrestler. Very good reception from the whole crowd for Gunther. Not just to Gunther, but Randy Orton, everybody. Even Randy Orton, they were singing his song, just like they did at Backlash France. It was the same thing here. Definitely a good reception from Bash in Berlin. And Gunther said it afterwards that expect WWE to do another show in Germany. Now I don't know if that's going to be the next Bash in Berlin next year in 2025 or any other event, but Germany was definitely there. Cody Rhodes mentioned how they hit an all-time gate record that they had over 13,000 in that country, but definitely a good match of Gunther and Randy Orton. Definitely solid. Definitely solid. Salute to you. CeeLo, you said I was hoping Randy would have won that match. I knew Randy wasn't going to win. Now, I will say this. Randy will win the World Heavyweight Championship or WWE Championship later on. It just won't be right now at this given time. Because honestly, since you said that, CeeLo, I honestly want Randy Orton to break the. I want him to get the 17 World Championships. Now that we know he's back in action, he had the back fusion surgery. We know that he's not sitting on the shelf anymore. I would like for him to break the record. I wanted John Cena to do it, but since John Cena doesn't care about it, and he's pretty much he's a full time actor, and he's about to retire. On top of that, next year with the retirement tour, I would say Randy Orton should be the next in line to get just to break the record, get the whole 17. So I'm rooting for Randy Orton to get that. He only needs 3 more times to win the world title or WWE title. So let's go, Randy Orton. You said I think CM Punk was the best match. Oh, absolutely, definitely was. Man, CM Punk. I wish Randy would have won and became 15 times. Guys, he'll be a 15-time world champion. It just wasn't going to happen tonight. You got to remember Gunther, he was in his home country. In that country, that crowd would have went crazy if he had lost in his hometown, especially the reception he got. There was no way that was going to happen. And also, Gunther is a brand new world heavyweight champion. This is his first defense. I highly doubt there's going to have him lose. Just win the title, go through the whole King of Reign, then he lose it literally a few weeks after. This is not the old Vince McMahon booking. This is, a brand new day. Randy Orton will get a 15-time world championship, and I want him to get that as well, just like you guys do. It just won't be right now. The time that, it's all about timing. Now, granted, I know Randy Orton don't have that much time on his side. I know he said he is in the prime of his career, but he's going to get that championship. He's going to get his 15th world championship and even break the record. I prefer Randy Orton to break the record since Cena is retiring. Since Cena, I don't know if Cena's going to get his last championship. If Cena do, that's great. Cena or Orton, I don't care. One of those two need to break the record. If I had to guess, I'm saying they're more likely going with Randy since Cena don't care about that so much. If Cena do win, that's great. If not, I'm going for Orton. Alex Hunter says Super Cena, Super Cena. Yeah, he is got one more. He got the retirement tour in 2025. Now I know there's some confusion. Some people say, "Oh, John Cena last match is at WrestleMania." No, his last WrestleMania match is next year. He has the whole 2025. I see it online, and I was on a podcast with other guys, and one of the guys said, "Oh, his last match at WrestleMania." It's not his last match. His last WrestleMania. That's not his last official match. So a lot of people get confused with that. Last match is not at WrestleMania. It's going to be the end of 2025. And Cena's going to be on the new Raw. That'll be on Netflix. He'll be a part of that. And, of course, PLEs and house shows, etc., etc. CBR6 said, I wish Unholy Union would have retained. I knew that wasn't going to happen. I knew Jada Bianca was going to win the belts back because they never pinned Jada and Bianca, and I said that earlier. But, can I see them win the tag team belts again? Absolutely, because they are a great tag team. I remember when they first teamed up in NXT because Alba and Isla were feuding with each other, and Isla Dawn actually defeated Alba Fire in NXT, and then they became a tag team, and they've been on the tear since then. So I saw all unfold from the beginning, back from NXT. What do you think will happen with the Bloodline story? I'm gonna get to that in a second. We definitely gonna talk about that. Alex Hunter said we want Cena turn heel next year. That'll be interesting, but I think it's too little, too late. He's about to retire. And normally, I know it's the first of a retirement tour in wrestling, but I don't think they're gonna have him turn heel. They're trying to sell tickets now, and it's better to sell tickets as a baby